Max. Okay, well, all right, guys. We are going to finish this week with a good bike ride. It's half tempted to go out in the garage, but the bike was in here, so this is where we are. So this is where we are.
Bookman 2775 said, "Hi."
Bookman, what's going on? Welcome in. Max, what are you eating? Why don't you do a little thing, huh?
How you doing, Commando?
We're doing pretty good. Gonna do some bike ride this morning. Oh yeah. How was your day? Yesterday? We did this is a pretty typical morning for us, right? We just do cardio in the morning because it's just easier that way for me. And then we lift weights in the afternoon.
Miss
So this
Jim
afternoon,
because of power outage.
Yeah, I missed Jim because of power outage. Well, sometimes things happen. It's all right. No reason to stress about it.
Yeah.
I like my cat freaks me out. He's down here running around in the curtain. I don't want him to come running out and get bonked by the pedals. Yeah. Let's keep that way. We'll just open the curtains up. How about that, Max? Max, get the fuck out of there. Max, don't. It's going to be a fun morning. And Max is on one. He's on one today. Get him, Chunk. Fucking tell him. Oh, it's all about the calorie burn this morning. We're gonna get like at least 400 or 500 calories. I might actually shoot for 500, so let's try and keep this pace for the whole hour. Or as long as it takes to burn 45 or 500 calories.
Marathon 85 said, "Good morning, I'm here."
Marathon, good morning. How was the evening? Chester. Chester, what are you doing, huh? Well, Chester, there's no way that you can possibly get up here. He's like, where's my towel? Where's the bed?
It was fantastic. Canada won the gold medal at the World Junior Hockey Championship in Halifax last night.
Nice. Watch. He's gonna think that this is gonna be enough.
Bookman
there you go, Chester.
2775 said, Max the Beast.
Max is... Jesus, Max. Holy fuck. Max, you're gonna die today. I swear to God. You can't be this close to my pedals. You're just too fucking small. You're too quiet. It's gonna take out your... It's gonna bonk your little head.
Max scaring us.
Yeah.
Marathon 85 said, but my Maple Leafs shit the bed and lost to Seattle Kraken last night.
Well, the Maple Leafs didn't do so good. Yeah, it's a bummer. Chester. Chester's like, this isn't fair. Max is getting all the attention.
Yeah, NHL, yeah, they lost 5-1.
I love how Max is just chilling here. 5-1. Ooh, that's
75 said,
that's rough.
Max getting some cardio.
Yeah, he's getting it in. He's just chilling, man. He's so totally cool with it too. He's like, yeah, this works. You're right. I got one cat here in the windowsill. Chester's like, he was trying to figure out how to get up on the fucking handlebars. If I have a towel up here,
Max
sometimes he'll get up here and he'll lay down.
After working out.
And then Max. Yeah, you lived in Minnesota.
Said, you
the old North Stars used to play.
North Stars used to play
yeah.
At the Net Center.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I ever went to, I don't know if I never went to any of their games, you know. I went to a couple Vikings games, the football. And then some Twins games, the baseball stuff with my uncles. But that was it. I think I went to like maybe 3 or 4 Twins games over time, and then maybe like 2 Vikings games. And then we went up to Seattle one time. We watched the Seahawks play. And then the Mariners, is that their baseball team? We went up for a baseball game too. Honestly though, and then I've been to a few Trailblazers games as well. But I'm not too into sports, you know. Like I never really got caught up in the whole, you know. Even when I played football, I like to play it, you know, to burn the energy, right? To be able to get my aggressions out, and I like to hit people. I like to play the game, you know what I mean? But I hated to watch it. I didn't really like watching it, you know? Like, I would watch, you know, like our coaches sometimes would record like plays and stuff, and like, you know, they would show us things and stuff like that. You were always a goalie? Yeah. I was a goalie, and when I played soccer when I was younger, I played goalie. That was pretty fun, but I only played soccer for like
people, LOL.
3 years, I think. Yeah, not normal people. No.
Bookman 2775 said,
You play as defense? You play soccer? What other sports do you play, Bookman? It is so funny that Max is just chilling here with me this morning. He's just like, yeah.
Football and basketball.
Football and basketball.
Marathon 85 said,
oh, yeah.
Funny, I played goalie in soccer as well.
Did ya? Yeah. I think Chester wants in the bedroom. I may have to go and let him in there. He's... All right. In the grade 9, 10, I played punter and place kicker because I was small. Yeah. Nice. For me, my mom, let's see, my parents, they had me play. I had played baseball when I was
Bookman
younger, you know, t-ball, that kind of stuff.
Said,
I really
be the quarterback or running back.
Yeah. When I played football, I played cornerback, not quarterback. Defensive. Not, you know, like the guy before the safety. And then, like my second year, I started playing football in 8th grade. Played 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th grade. My senior year, I got screwed out of it. I didn't play any sports my senior year. I barely graduated high school. But I played cornerback. And then my second year playing football, my coach was like, you're pretty aggressive, right? Like, and so like, he's like, I want to move you to linebacker. I think we'll put you on the strong side. And he's like, I think you're going to love it. And I fucking loved it, man. I did so good there. My first game, I fucking murdered this kid, dude. He came running through the line, man, and he was all chopping his feet. It was rainy, it was snowing. Like, it was not rainy, it was rainy and muddy, right? The field was just like covered in fucking mud and water. Super rainy, super muddy. One of those games, you know. And this kid came running through. He's all trying to do the juke, dude, and I just, bam, just fucking nailed him. And then on one of our another game, there was this guy we were playing, and they told me this running back, he's really good. And he likes to juke. So watch the jukes, you know, don't fall for his shit. And I remember one time the guy came through the line, right? I saw the opening right there, dude, and I got in the hole and I started chopping my feet, you know, because you want to keep light on your toes so you can go any direction, right? And he did the juke, and then planted his foot, and I fucking tackled him, and I hit him really, really low, and he tried to step into me, right? Like, he tried to step to the other side, and like, when I hit him, he stepped, and like, his foot didn't really go, and his knee bent sideways, and he was done, dude. I felt really, really bad. It was probably like one of the worst injuries that I've ever been involved in.
Because we both seen the football on the ground and he picked it up and I hit him hard and he fell on the ground.
Yeah, felt bad for my friend because we both seen the football on the ground and he picked it up and hit him hard. He fell on the ground. Yeah. Well, as long as he didn't get hurt, you know. This guy, I'm pretty sure I ruined his football, you know, for that season.
Yeah, he was
I felt really bad, dude. This guy was not fine. he had to get taken off the field in a stretcher. I'm not laughing, but it's just, you don't really ever feel good when you, unless you're just like a sadistic fuck, you don't really feel good when you hurt somebody in sports. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't anyways. I mean, that's not the goal, right? Like, you want, in football, absolutely, dude, you want them to feel your hit, right? You want it to rattle their fucking brain. You know what I mean? Make them think a second time before they come at you again. The goal is not to maim, it's to just punish and brutalize without maiming, right? So sometimes bad things happen and it's not really anybody's fault. Just a little misstep and, Max, what the fuck are you doing?
I was good at one thing, and that was kickoff, because kids couldn't catch me in speed, so I would put pressure on the receiver, and if a kid pushed me, I had strong legs so I didn't fall.
Yeah. So we did our kickoff was, we had 3 attackers and then everybody else stayed in lanes, right? So our attackers would be pretty well split up from the width of the field, And then as soon as that ball went up in the air, the attackers would go straight for the ball. Everybody else would kind of just slowly jog in their lane. You know what I mean? The attackers would be the ones in the front, and they would be the first line, the first attempt for tackles, things like that, right? And I loved that, man. Kickoff.
Hey.
Kickoff was one of my favorites. Christoph, what's going on? Welcome in, my friend. How are you? Kickoff was always a good one. S-O. Oh, you got to do at Christoph.
Said, I was like, what? During games because
how does it know?
Kickoff, then would swap the
because you haven't ever streamed.
Return.
So SO just gives you a shout out? That's just a self shout out?
Christoph said,
that's kind of crazy. Max.
Cardio day.
Cardio morning, Christoph. Max. That's right. I'm trying to stick my foot in your face. Okay? I want you to back off.
Bookman 2775 said, double frowny face.
Yeah, you gotta be a mod to do that. Oh boy.
Christoph said, best workout.
I could have probably maybe saved that, but he was on my side.
Heck yeah, Christoph, what are you playing there, dude?
Bookman 2775 said, oh thanks.
I hate this game. I hate this game. I hate this.
N-O-N-O.
Oh, this is Oofman.
My voice.
Oofman's playing some games. I see. I was like, what? Is this Christoph playing games? I missed the shout out for Oofman. Forget about me.
I was younger BSCK then.
You were younger back then. 11. Well, cool. $11 when I was a young man. Don't you?
Marathon 85 said, do we remember 11 YRS, man? That's decades ago, LOL.
Decades ago. Yeah. About 3 decades ago for me, exactly.
Said,
I'm 41, you know.
Turned me into a man.
Then working out turned me into a man. That's right, Oofman. You know?
Marathon 85
And yeah,
said,
you're at your age,
for me.
man, you'll be growing, you know, just like not naturally, right? Like you're like entering that time of your life where, you know, you're gonna just start growing. Changes are gonna happen, you know. From like, I would say usually probably for guys, you know, I can't really speak about girls, but like for guys, you know, from like 12, 13, you know, to like 16, 17, like that time is like, there's some amazing fucking changes that happen in your body, you know, like as far as like muscular development, and you know, you really do go from like
2775 said, man, bulking makes me eat a lot. I ate some food and then ate more and more.
Man, bulking makes me eat a lot. I want to be 6 foot. Well, you know,
6 foot.
I don't think we really get to decide that, but you know, how tall are you right now? Max.
Yeah.
Start hanging upside down by your feet.
5'9", I'm pretty sure.
5'9", yeah. Yeah, but no, I mean, height is really just, you know, that's just kind of like a factor that we do not get to choose. Like so many other things too, you know, like I think a lot of people, you know, even though some people, like a lot of people know.
Max is the logo for Puma. I think I found out the secret.
He's the logo for Puma. Max, little Puma cat. Oh boy. Come on, heart rate. You're going the wrong way. Up. 100. All right, I need to crank up the resistance. Need to crank up the resistance.
No title says to take a drink, motherfucker. At PHS Psycho Commando.
How was the weight today, Marathon? Were you down? In the overall grand scheme of the week, I was down. You know, I don't think I think the bot crashed. Hold on.
85 said, same as yesterday.
Ow.
Spotify is dead.
Yeah, it crashed.
Bookman 2775 said, I will make sure you're not dehydrated.
I had like 15 warnings that it crashed, you know? It was just like, song if I crashed, song if I crashed, song if I crashed. Thank you.
Marathon
for letting me know.
Said, I was gonna start you up with a big song, LOL.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was working, and then I don't know what happened. You know, everything booted up just fine, and then it just crashed. So, let's see here. The grand scheme. So my weight this is really confusing. Oops. Max, you are freaking stressing me the fuck out right now. God damn it, dude. I can't think with this little motherfucker rolling these goddamn ornaments around. I need to clean this fucking Christmas tree up. Shit. All I fucking hear is just in my fucking brain. Fuck. Trying to do shit, dude, and it's just all I fucking hear. Spotify is dead.
Bookman 2775 said, LOL Max.
Is it not working?
Max running was funny.
What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean.
Work. Let's just wait till the song's over. Marathon 85 said, we will find put after the song there are two songs.
It said the Thunderstruck requested has been added to the queue. It just doesn't, like, it doesn't auto start with Spotify, right? With the SR, when you request a song, if nobody has anything in the queue and it's playing in the default queue, it'll just play. Then it'll just stop the song and play yours. With Spotify, if you request a song, it has to finish the current playing song, and then it'll play yours. Right? So I think it's just got to finish this song. I mean, I can skip the song, but like, the more I fuck with things, the more the chance there is to fucking have it fuck up. If I just don't touch it,
Bookman 2775
then it works.
Said, Max going back to
I know. Such a pain in the ass. At least I think that's the way it works.
Bowser Big Bean Burrito said, moist Kate sip.
Whew. Bowser, what's going on? Okay. All right,
Bookman
there we go.
2775 said,
so we're down.
I don't sweat much at the gym, but the other day I started sweating a lot more.
2.8 pounds. Alaska. Thunder.
Marathon 85
wow.
said, nice awesome okay hand.
Alaska Thunder, fuck. One of my favorites, dude.
Bowser Big Bean Burrito said, Thunderstruck.
That's right.
Thiaco 4 Smug. We have new layout.
I'll be back.
Marathon 85.
A new layout?
BRB 1 minute.
I don't know.
Bowser
I just probably
said, moist Kate sip.
This honestly, this is such a messy
Shot
scene.
box.
Yeah. Chat box. Oh, you've never seen this one? I used to use this chat box on like all of my scenes, or all the ones that I had chat, but
Christmas
I don't know.
tree.
Dude, I gotta take it down.
Moist Kate sip.
It so needs to go away. Max is pissing me off. He lives in that thing right now.
Hi, cat.
Max, the hell are you doing?
Mom Boss Lady said, morning I finally made it face with tears of joy.
Mom Boss Lady, welcome in.
Bookman2775 said, man, I'm just thinking of bench weights and Max being right there in the way.
Nah, I usually, like, I try to keep the cats out of the garage when I'm doing that kind of stuff. Chunk's an idiot. He likes to lay in the most, like, dangerous spots. He's like, you know, if a weight falls, I just want to die. Like, so I'm going to lay right underneath of it. Like,
Mom Boss Lady said, I'm too cold in garage?
yeah, it was kind of cold this morning. It wasn't too bad, but my bike was in here. And I was just like, fuck it. I don't want to move my bike out there. So I just started pedaling in here. But yeah, the garage is cold in the morning sometimes. I mean, we're 43 degrees right now.
Bookman2775 said, I think I would love a cold garage while working out.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's not bad, but, you know, like getting out there every morning is sometimes it's cold. Like in the 40s, not too terribly bad.
Mom Boss Lady said,
30s,
it's after the first.
pretty
Time to
freaking
take
cold.
down Christmas face with tears of joy.
I know. Tell me about it. Time to take down Christmas. I know. Gotta take it down. I mean, that's the last thing we have.
75 said,
I just have to pull down the goddamn box. The cover to this song is just some chick holding on to her tits. Like, literally, that's what it is. See? You can see it down there in the corner. Yeah? Right there.
I see that face with tears of joy.
Like, what?
Mom Boss Lady said, no Christmas stuff to put up here. 1, no room, 2, no Christmas stuff. Just kinda lost the spirit since my daughter is being ugly to me.
Oh. Well, that's sad. How old is your daughter? Max? You?
29.
Okay. He's gonna go lay down. That's his bed. The big ass pillows. Oh, Chunk. Why did he? Chunk was all sleeping. And Max walked over to Chunk and sniffed him. Chunk just like looks at him like, you better back off. Chunk's such an asshole.
Bookman
He's like,
2775.
everybody
said,
needs to respect
"Where's
my
your heart rate
authority."
monitor at?
Where is the heart rate monitor at? On my chest. It's a chest strap. I feel like, you know, it's pretty accurate. Like, I mean,
IH.
it's pretty consistent.
Oh.
You know, like with my effort and like
Sandoval
calories
Christian
burned and
said,
stuff like that, you
"What's
know.
up, you boys here?
Sandoval, welcome in. How are you? How was work? Got to be slowing down, huh? You probably got like maybe some return items and
Christoph
shit like
said,
that coming through. Do you guys
"Beast
handle?
mode."
I mean, you guys ship.
Sandoval for Christian said, "Good."
Ooh, good, Sandoval, good. Hell yeah.
Marathon 85 said, "Psycho 1 Beast."
Beast mode.
Sandoval for Christian said, "Horse apartment don't do return."
Yeah. I was just thinking that. I'm like, he probably actually doesn't
She's mad at me because I chewed
handle
her
too many
backside
returns. You
after
probably
she
just do
wouldn't accept
shipping
my
stuff,
offer in
huh?
groceries. She wanted the money. And nope, no money. Even if I had it, no money for her. I know what she'll spend it on and I refuse to enable her habit.
I know it's just been, yeah.
Christoph
Yeah,
said,
that's tough.
Chris
I
1 Beast
mean,
mod 11.
like,
Sandoval for
I
Christian
don't know what it
said,
is.
"The
You know,
first floor does returning."
Oh, okay. Yeah. That is a hard situation. Makes me think about when I was younger. You know, when I was, let's see,
Christoph says to take a drink,
when I was in my
motherfucker.
20s.
At PHSI Go Commando.
But I don't know. I ran away, right? My dad, he was like, you know, at 16, 17, as soon as I turned 17 years old, he was telling me, you know, I needed to pay rent, and if I didn't, I needed to, you know, figure it out. So I had to stop playing sports and get a job. And then, you know, I finally was just like, fuck it. And I dropped out of school. And like, I just left. I left. I was staying with my friends, living under bridges. I didn't give a shit. I didn't want any fucking help from my parents. Like, still to this day, you know, I really don't. Anytime that they've helped me out, seems like somehow it always gets thrown back in my fucking face. And I just can't take it. And, you know, it's mostly me and my dad. My mom, you know, she takes his side, of course, you know. So, I don't know. Tough situation. Problems with
Bookman
parents
2775
and family
said,
and stuff can be rough. Rough. It's definitely one of my big burdens is my relationship with my parents. my mom and my dad. And my dad is my adopted dad, but as far as I'm concerned, he's my dad. They got married when I was 5. So he's like all I remember.
Yeah, I understand.
My dad was never there.
BRB.
Yeah, I understand. So, well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Mom Boss Lady I said, the reason us parents do that.
Maximus Fit
Responsibility.
with the raid.
That's why we have teens do
Thank you for the raid.
things like that.
Oh,
Daddy Max said,
The reason-
this grandpa on Twitch Maximus_fit and crew with the raid. Coming in uphill.
the reason us parents do this is some responsibilities.
Now, get off my lawn.
That's why teens do to help with chores and things like that, yeah. In the snow, both ways. Uphill. Probably barefoot. Yeah. Oh, Max, how you doing? Welcome in. Hope the morning went well. We got, what do we got this afternoon? Chest and tricep today. That's gonna be our finisher for the week. That's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Oh, my energy levels feel pretty good. I feel like I'm getting extremely pumped up, you know, like in these workouts because of the extra carbs.
Today was an abbreviated leg day, had a couple back tweaks so called it off.
Yeah. Well, you know, better to listen to your body than, you know, ignore it and
Bookman
get injured.
2775 said, I have to work legs today.
Yeah. What do you do for legs, Hoofman? Oh, I'm gonna go blow my nose real quick. Be right back. Mute.
I'm kind of because last time I got super sore.
Okay. $4:15. All right. Funny, man, just stopping for a second. There's sweat on my seat.
Mom Boss Lady said, hey, now I can say when we lived in Kansas I was in shorts, t-shirt and barefoot. In 2 feet of snow outsides playing with Jell and her friends. She was I think 10 to 17 YRS old. But kept getting into hubby doing that face with tears of joy.
Oh, yeah. We haven't gotten much snow in our area for quite a while, you know, like it seems like it snows like, you know, like once or twice a year, like where we're at, but it never sticks. And then usually like when it does, it'll snow and then it'll all like turn to fucking ice. And it's like, so you really like, you only have like one good day to go and mess around in the snow. I mean, Oregon gets a lot of snow. It's just our location, geography-wise.
Bookman 2775 said, I think where I live we haven't got snow in our 15 to 20 years.
Oh yeah? Dang. Where are you at? What state? You're in the States, right? You're probably like, I think you're like an hour ahead of me. I think you said. No, you must be. I'm in Oregon.
California.
You're in California? Oh, we're on the same time zone then. Okay. Nice, nice. Do you usually get up pretty early? Are you a pretty early riser? I always was. Like, I always have been, so waking up early isn't all that hard for me. Like, you know, people ask me, like, how do you do it, you know? It's like, oh my God, you must not get any sleep. Like, well, no, actually.
7 is what I usually wake up.
I get the same amount of sleep. I just go to bed earlier than you. It's not that hard. Still get 8 hours or 7 hours. Sometimes only 6, but hey, it is what it is. I think Arnold.
Mom Boss Lady said, PPFFTT, if the weather people mention snow flurries these idiots go crazy. They think OMG we're going to freeze to death. And flock to the stores buying out certain foods. Then nothing happens.
Yeah, you take naps throughout the day. Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Bookman 2775 said, I take naps throughout the day though.
So, kind of similar, you know, here. The last few years, we've been getting storm scares. And it's like, I think 3 years ago, we got a really bad ice storm in the winter. And it was really bad. Like, it knocked over trees. It was bad. People died. Like a mom at a park. I can't remember where.
Said, yeah, it's kind of funny we hated naps as kids, but at my age we welcome the naps face with tears of joy.
Yeah. It was like after the storms were gone and all the ice had melted, trees were so damaged and stuff, right? This lady was at a park with her child,
said,
and a tree branch
I hate legs because of my
fell out of the tree, came down and killed the mom. And this was like a week after the storm, you know? It's like, damn. The damages from the ice storm was pretty devastating. It took down a few power poles here in town. Just from the weight.
Oh, mercy.
Just from the weight of the ice. Like where the poles come to a corner, right? The weight of the ice on the lines knocked over, I think 2 poles in town went down. Pretty much all of town lost power and some. And that storm lasted probably, I want to say like 3 days. And ever since that storm has happened, in the wintertime, anytime they like for the last like two years, this is the 3rd year now. So this is the 3rd winter after the storm. Anytime they speak of any kind of like winter storm coming in, people fucking just flock to the stores and grab everything they can. They're like, I'm not getting stuck out like I did last time, you know. I couldn't get to the store for 3 days. Didn't have any eggs. You know, I mean, you can't really blame people, you know. I mean, yeah, like sometimes they might be right, you know. Like this last ice storm we had, they called it and they nailed it. It was exact. Happened exactly like they said it would. Times were like
friends in Oregon.
Exactly precise. You got some friends in Oregon? Yeah. Oregon's great. It depends on where you live. The climate will be vastly different, you know? So, depending on where they live at, really, you know, Oregon's a very unique state. I think the whole Northwest is kind of, right?
Hey Clayton Boom, thanks for hitting that follow button.
Clayton, thank you for the follow.
Clayton is now following.
But, so like, we're kind of like, we're on the eastern side of the Willamette, like the northeastern side of the Willamette Valley, kind of underneath the base of Mount Hood.
Rocky song.
Right.
I had to.
Everything's Survivor. Dun, dun, dun. But
I said, one is a streamer. The other is a young adult who calls me mom. I got adopted kids all over the world.
Nice. I know another. There's Martini Monster. She's, I think, from Portland. She's another person she's been on Twitch for a really long time. I think she's been on Twitch since like Twitch started. But she does fitness and health a lot. She's really cool. I rarely ever get to get into her channels because she's usually at night when I'm sleeping. But I've been in there a few times. And oftentimes I'll go in there and lurk. I like her energy. She's super chill, pretty smart. And I'm pretty sure she's from Portland. I love Oregon though. I mean, I really have like no desire to really live in any other state, you know? Martini Monster. I'd give her a shout out, but I don't know how to spell her name. She's cool. She usually streams in the evenings though. All right, that's when I usually always see her streaming. But sometimes I'll see her like midday, you know? So I think her schedule's kind of... Never heard of her, yeah. Well, if you ever see her, you should check her out. You'd like her. You'd like her. She's cool. She's cool. Chill, you know. Serious, good, solid, smart lifter.
Mom Boss Lady I said, I know I'll spell her name wrong, but Kenhira, she's a food and drink streamer.
Kenhira, huh? I never heard of her either.
Bookman 2775 said,
she seems chill. Did you look her up? Oofman? Martini? Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cool. Mm-hmm. She's strong, too. She's fucking strong. Stretch! Oh boy. All right, Oofman here. I'll stretch out my shoulders. Honestly,
Mom Boss Lady I said,
the shoulders.
That's an A in there somewhere's face with tears of joy. Clayton Bamzade, keep pushing player.
Clayton, thank you, man. We get after it every day. Every day. Dude, March will be 4 years of daily workouts, cardio, meal prep, all of it. And by daily, I do mean daily. Have a schedule?
Bookman 2775 said, dang.
Pretty important to me, man. Like, if I miss something that I was planning on doing, like as far as like the workouts and stuff go, it really upsets me. I'm pretty rough on myself about it. I know maybe like, you know, sometimes I shouldn't be, but it's like these mental battles. And, you know, it's honestly, that's probably one of my biggest driving factors to what gets me out here every fucking day, is I don't want to be mad at myself, you know? Like, why? You know what I mean? Like, if I know, right? Like, think about it. If you think about yourself like you were two people, right? And you're like, okay, and like your brain is the boss and your body is, you know, the subordinate thing. And your brain says, well, hey, it's time to work out. And your body's like, well, I don't want to, right? You know what I mean? Like in a situation of like a work environment, right? Like, you know, he would likely just get fired, right? It'd be like, well, fuck you, body, get the fuck out of here. Then I'll find somebody else who will, you know? So like, if you know, if we know that like our actions are going to lead to disappointment, especially like within ourselves, you know, like those are not good feelings to have, right? Being disappointed in yourself, not happy, upset, mad at yourself or whatever. So like those things go through my head and it's like, it doesn't take me very long to decide.
Marathon 85
yeah,
said,
I'm just going to do this shit.
We've been going strong for over a year together.
That's right, dude. That's right, Marathon. We have. Over a year. Crazy, huh? I think by the time you guys had come in, I had been streaming on Twitch for probably, well, maybe around like 6, 7, 8 months. I don't know. So I had been on Twitch for a while already. And then you, Belissa, Lion, all pretty much came in like at the same time. And, you know, seriously, like, I swear, man, if it wasn't for you guys, I would still be fucking struggling to get affiliate, man. You know, like I saw so many people start streaming and make affiliate so fast in the time that I was trying so fucking hard to get to affiliate, dude. And it was so much of a fucking beatdown to me and my mental like state of mind that like there were so many times where I almost just said, fuck the streaming. It's not worth it. It's creating too much stress, you know? Because
Clayton Bamsave,
like,
I'm on day 5 on Twitch. Riding as well.
Day 5
Today,
on
Emmett
Twitch.
do a simulated trip.
Nice. So, what are you riding? You got a, I mean, my bike doesn't have any fancy electronics or anything like that. No speedometer, no anything. I use my heart rate. That thing. I use my heart rate pretty much for my gauge.
I ride a Talon 4 on a roller setup.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so you got the little, how do you like that? The little roller thing. I think that's how Maximus does it too. I believe he's got a
I'm typically
roller
outside.
setup.
First year inside.
First year inside, yeah. Nice. Yeah, I mean, you know, for me, it's more about just the calorie burn, you know, like that. And I have pins in my ankle and a steel plate and 8 pins in my right foot. So running kind of hurts, but I can ride bike all day long and it never fucking gets to me. So because there's zero impact, you know, I can ride forever, you know, and it's like, I love it. I can really control my heart rate here on the bike. You know, I can, if I want to get it up to 140, 150, you know, I'm in complete control. I've pretty much figured out where I have to hold my heart rate to know how many calories I need to burn for any given time, right? Like we hit 500 and we've been live for 1 hour, right?
Hell
my
yeah,
heart
I
rate
got a
is
busted back, so I got that iron taint.
Yeah, yeah,
Christoph
you know all
said,
about it.
It burns a lot of calories.
It does, man. I think cycling is,
Bowser Big Bean Burrito said,
it's hard to
long
beat.
exhale lowers your heart rate. Moist Kate sip.
Yeah, it does. I think that cycling is pretty hard to beat, you know, because like there's zero impact. So you don't really have any jarring, right, of anything. And like, you're not actually really having to like lift your leg, right? You know what I mean? Like when you're running, you have to like lift your leg and, you know, I don't know. And then you're constantly like just hitting the ground and, you know, over time, all these things, they kind of, you know, beat you up. It's hard to maintain a good solid pace for a long period of time. But on a bike, I feel like you can really just zero in right where you want to be and then maintain that, right? It doesn't really take like too much effort to like keep the heart rate between say like 120 and 140, right? Which is a great fat burning zone, maybe even a little bit on the higher side of the fat burning zone. But still, that's kind of my magic window for being able to burn like 500 calories an hour. If I can maintain that heart rate, then I can pretty much maintain a 500 calorie burn. If I keep it at 140 plus, I'll be up to like 600, right? If I'm spiking into like 160, 170, I may be burning like 800 to 900 calories an hour, but that doesn't happen very often. That's pretty rare. That's a lot of energy. That's a lot of fucking pushing. It's a lot of pedaling, and that's a hard fucking ride. But
you take training seriously. This is a big respect.
Yeah, Christoph, man, you have to, you know? I mean, you really do have to, right? Like, I mean, well, you don't have to, right? Like, I mean, it depends on, you know, how, like for me, this is serious. You know what I mean? Like, this is like my lifestyle, right? Like, and I'm like, and I love this, man. It makes my mental well-being be better, right? Like, now there's some people that are not as high-strung as me, that don't require the same amount of activity level that I do, you know what I mean? And they're fine, right? Some people don't need to fucking exercise every day, and they are happy with that. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that, right? People. Like, I say, you know, it's like this, man. The only bad workout, honestly, is really the one that doesn't fucking happen. You know? Like, sure, you know, you can have a bad workout by doing bad form and stuff like that, but like, that's a whole different fucking situation, right? Like that is working on form. That is not really the workout per se. You know what I mean? Like the fact that you got out there and did it, as long as in you know, when you're out there doing it, you should be trying to do your best.
And of
you
course,
know,
even greater
in that form and all that shit, right? Like, but you know, not everybody has to be just absolutely fucking crushing it all the time, right? Some people, they just want to, you know, they just want to do a 30-minute jog every day, and that's it, right? You know what I mean? That's it. That's all they care about. You know, so it's all about your goals, man. But like, and how important your goals are, right? If your goals are important to you, then you better fucking take it seriously. You know, I mean, if you're just like, I want to see if I can do this, you know, I mean, you know, if you don't take it seriously, you likely won't achieve that goal, right? So, I don't know. You gotta do what works for you. Nobody can decide that for you. It's taken me a long fucking time, right? I had BitLife yesterday. He asked me, because I told him my calories, right? And like, so I would say this, right? Like with my current workout schedule, right? My maintenance calories are 3,200. Okay, and that might sound high, but look, I burnt 539 calories this morning, right?
Then put it
this afternoon, I guarantee you, dude, we're going to burn 800 calories in our workout. I can almost guarantee it. It's a fucking chest day, triceps, dude. We're going to crush it. So, you know, there's 1,200 calories through cardio and exercise. That's literally like almost half of my fucking meals for the day, right? Like, plus, that doesn't even count base metabolic rate, right? Like what it takes for me to just burn, you know? So when I figure out my BMR, I would say that I'm a highly active person, right? Like, I think most people would see me, see my activity level and be like, okay, yes, you are definitely highly active, right? You work out as much as a professional fucking athlete. But am I going to give myself that much credit? Fuck no. You know why? Because that fucks with my calories and it increases my BMR
plus cardio
by almost like 300 to 500 calories, right? Like, that makes a big difference for me in being able to maintain, drop, or cut weight, right? Like, your calories really need to be within like 200 calories, like plus or minus, to maintain, right? Like a 200 calorie deficit, let's see, over the course of like 3 weeks time, or 4 weeks time, I guess, 3.5 weeks would equal a pound of fat loss. So a 200 calorie deficit over the course of 3.5 weeks adds up to about a pound. Is that right? Yeah. Something like, because 3,500 calories equals a pound, right? Or roughly 3,500 calories is a pound of weight. Either way, right? Deficit or surplus. Either way you look at it, there's a pound of weight. Now, whether or not that's going to be muscle or fat or what, that kind of depends on the quality of nutrients, right? If you're providing yourself protein, proper muscle stimulation, then you're likely going to gain some muscle mass, Now, if you're not providing muscle stimulation and you're not eating enough protein and all this is in the form of carbs and fats, then you're likely just going to put on some extra pounds, right? You're not really going to get much stronger, right? Now, is it going to be noticeable? Probably not. It's only a fucking pound over the course of 3 months. You've done well, right? Either way, right? Whether or not you just gain 1 pound by, eating kind of a sloppier diet or eating a strict diet, right? It's not going to make the biggest amount of difference. The biggest thing is the calories, right? The calories in versus calories out. That's what's going to control your weight. What's going to control muscle gain is muscle stimulation, protein synthesis, and having proper nutrition in line to build new muscle mass. That's it, right? It's still a matter of calorie surplus and calorie deficit. It's just, I've spent a lot of time over the last like 3.5 years figuring out my diet, figuring out my body, and I'm very, very comfortable in calculating my macros, and I'm very confident in my calculations as well, right? The way that I calculate my food is when, say I'm going to make chicken, right? I'm going to make some chicken breast. Okay, so I have X amount of chicken. I get this many pounds of chicken breast each week, and this many pounds of chicken thigh, and it makes this many meals. So I just put it into a recipe, right? I'm like, okay, I have 6 pounds of chicken breast, 2 bottles of this salsa, or however many pounds of peppers or pineapples or whatever the fuck I'm using. You know what I mean? Like, I just add it all into the main recipe. I make a recipe, I split that recipe into servings, and then I add those servings into my meals, in my meal plan. How much more accurate can you possibly get it? Like, especially when you're using your phone to scan the barcodes, right? You scan the barcodes and get the information as given by the manufacturer or, product distributor. That way you know that your measurements are as accurate as possible, right? Based on the labeling to the package, right? The vitamin call-outs, all that stuff, So that's how I do it. I really do spend quite a lot of time on it, and over time I will go back through and just kind of like reevaluate these recipes and just make sure that everything is still in line and everything is still accurate, right? If things change, right, I can, add changes. So what I've done is I've taking my chicken breast base, right, which is chicken breast, turmeric, pepper, water. That's it. That's what I use. And I throw that in the pressure cooker, and I pressure cook it for an hour. You know, that's my chicken breast. And then I can take that recipe, and then I could just, on top of that, whatever sauce I use, whether it be like a curry sauce or a salsa or something that we make ourselves, and I just add that in. You know, we like to make our own chili sauce. We buy like dehydrated California chilies or chili negros or whatever, any kind of like dried chilies that we can find at the Mexican store. There's so many really good ones, and when they're dried, they have such a great, like, rich taste, right? And so they really add a lot of flavor in without adding a lot of extra bullshit, right? They're loaded with vitamin A. Chili peppers are absolutely amazing for you. So, you know, adding those kind of things into your meals, it adds flavor and it adds nutrients, you know? So like if you just select your additions wisely, you know, and just take your time and go through and really, you know, just appreciate the whole entire process of all of it. And you can, you know, it's like anything, you know, the more you do it, the easier it becomes, you know, the more like nobody can, you know, somebody who has never used a calorie tracker or meal prepped or anything like that, you're going to find quite a few challenges in your way when you first start, if this is something you want to try and do. But I think in the end, it's so worth it, man. Like, it is so worth it to just, you know, meal prep. I don't know how people do it without meal prep. When I don't meal prep, I gain weight. What happens? I cannot control my appetite. So, meal prep is my solution. And that seems to work out pretty good. All right. And I said, like this time, I feel like this week, what's been happening is I've just been eating so much food in in clean food, that I don't even have any room for anything else. Like I'm not hungry. I don't really want to eat anything. So, hey, you know. That's my trick. Eat as much clean and lean food as you want to. You know, cut back on seasonings, salts, those kind of things, right? Like, generally speaking, you know, like if you're adding sauces and things like that, you don't need to add salts to your food. There's plenty of salt found in the sauces and all that kind of stuff that you really don't have to have it in your food. So, certain things, you know, you can add salt. Like, I mean, vegetables, they literally have like none, you know? So like, if you find your veggies to be a bit bland, you know, I mean, you can add some salt in there and just be careful, right? Like, salt can get out of control really quick. And I mean, you know, for most healthy people, I think, you know, higher amounts of sodium is not really going to be an issue, but like,
meal prepping this Sunday.
You guys are? Yeah, for hell yeah, dude. I think so. I think what we'll do is like tomorrow morning.
Troll comment.
I'll sit down.
My meal prep knowledge is setting up the coffee machine.
Yeah, hey, you know, I mean, hey, everybody's got to start somewhere. You set up the coffee machine, you make a cup of coffee, and then you just keep going. Start cooking food.
85 says, beef stir fry is on the menu.
Yeah, nice. The beef stir fry. Ooh, we haven't had beef in a while. I think this week, we're gonna be
Need a change.
yeah, need a change. I don't know what we're gonna be changing this week. I was thinking maybe like so I was looking over my diet, right, and kind of just seeing where I sat, and you know, one of the things I'm finding is that I'm actually low in the amount of amino acids that I should be getting. So one food that's a really good source of amino acids is quinoa, right? Quinoa. I don't know how you say it. That stuff. It's like a seed, but it's considered a grain, and it's really high in amino acids and stuff. So I was thinking about swapping out my couscous with quinoa and taking some tomato paste, right? Like maybe finding some spicy tomato paste or something, and maybe even like some chilies, you know, like some diced chili peppers, and putting that in the quinoa and kind of like almost frying it up afterwards, you know, like so that it gets kind of like, so that tomato sauce kind of sticks to the quinoa and stuff. But I want to try and get my amino acids up, and maybe just drop down the
Clayton Bamzade. Have
level
you
of
looked into umami seasonings? I know message gets a bad rap, but I like it better than salted food. Also trying out some Korean stuff like gochujang pepper paste.
You know, I work at a store called the Grocery Outlet, and we get a lot of weird random foods and stuff like that through there. There's been a couple things that have caught my eye. Fermented pepper paste, fermented soybean paste, and then there's one more. It's a fermented what is it? I can't, another kind of paste or something, you know. But like, yeah, it's those kind of Korean things that you're talking about. Fermented foods are great, man. Great for the gut bacteria health and stuff like that.
They have a lot of
probiotic. Yeah, I bet. I love.
Zero R said, fermented soybean paste is just soy sauce before it goes all the way.
Is it? Cheers, is that all? Is that all it really is? Well, I mean, that would probably be pretty good though. Like if you like the soy sauce, right? You could probably like take some of that and maybe like throw it on top of some rice or something, or you know, and mix in some kimchi.
You can DIY your own or make tempeh with it.
Cheers, robot. You can DIY your own or make tempeh with it, huh? Yeah, kind of. I've never tried it, so I have no idea what it would be, but I like sauerkraut and I like kimchi. I actually just made my own batch of sauerkraut for the first time at the end of the year, and it came out okay. I let it ferment for 10 days. 10 days. I opened the first bottle at 7. I tried the first one at 7 days because that was like the minimum recommendation for small batches was 7 days. So after 7 days, I tried it, and it was still a little like crispy for my liking. You know, it didn't really have that sauerkraut taste. So I let it go for a few more days, and on day 7 or day 10, I opened the next one, and it actually had the smell, you know, and it tasted pretty good. It was pretty soft. The leaves, you know, the stuff was all broken down.
Clayton Bamzade, kimchi bibimbap. Try it, change your life.
Is that kimchi? Is that what is that? Let me see. I want to see what this is. Sounds like anything with kimchi, dude. I love kimchi. Good morning, bud. Traditional Korean dish made with kimchi, mushrooms, roasted veggies.
Rice,
Ooh,
veggies,
and that sauce you're talking about. Man, that actually looks really good.
Dux0R said, I like kefir, kind of like yogurt on steroids. Most commercial yogurts and probiotics have around 1 to 7 strains, but kefir typically has around 50, and most of them stick around for more than 24 hours.
Yeah, kind of like yogurt on steroids.
Best of all, it's super easy to make and keep indefinitely.
Is it? How do you make it? Huh. 1 to 7 strains. 50 strains of probiotics. Yeah, that's pretty good. I used to buy this.
Yeah, you can buy grains for $1 or $2 online and just replace the milk every couple days in your fridge or countertop.
Interesting. I'll have to look into it and see. I've tried some bottled some of the kefir before. I don't know. It was
There's
kind of
also water-based kefir, which is even easier.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what I actually tried. Right? I think it was
flavor.
I think it was dairy. You feed fruit peels for flavor, huh? Interesting. How long does it take to make it? Like when you start a batch, does it take like a week or 2 weeks? Is there really no real given time? It's just kind of like one of those things that like
new batch can be done in 24 hours.
Oh, really, huh? That's pretty quick. Now this must be because it's using, I wonder how the fermentation happens so fast. That's really fast. Just because of the milk and all the enzymes and stuff in there. Junior, what's up, bud?
Depends how much milk you add at a time, whether it's in the fridge or not, etc.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up and see. Cause I tried some once. I wasn't like, I didn't hate it, you know what I mean? But like, it was a drink, you know, it was like a drink, a drinkable yogurt. I think the one that I tried was like strawberry peach flavor or something like that, you know, like, so it had sugar, you know, it was sweetened up. It wasn't like, you know, but it was all right, you know, I mean, it kind of had, you know, that bubbly taste that like you get from the fermented foods like the kimchi and the sauerkraut. Like it was kind of weird having that in dairy, right? Like it kind of threw me off at first, but like I drank it all and I liked it. It was all right. It was something I would probably have again, you know, but not one of those things that I'm like, ooh, I really want that. You know what I mean? No, but things are so much different when you make them yourself too, right? Like at home, the process is way more natural than what they're doing at some factory in massive batches, you know? Oh. Ooh, look at that, dude. 656 calories. And we absolutely crushed it this morning. 1 hour and 25 minutes.
Yeah, it's definitely a gross contrast if you leave it long enough.
Yeah.
Water kefir is less contrasting in that way.
I bet. I'm going to log this workout here. And then we'll probably find somebody to raid, guys. Our morning bike ride. We went for, I'm going to say, did we do a whole fucking 90 minutes this morning? About, huh? I really didn't. I kind of just started the stream and jumped on the bike. So I'll say 90 minutes. So moderate, 663. We're going to have big calorie burn today. Altogether,
Clayton
I'm
Bamzade,
down
thanks for the ride during my breakfast.
2.8 pounds this week.
Emma, try to become a fitness regular as well.
Cool. Yeah, I'm live every morning around this time. I know there's a few other guys too that are pretty consistent around this time as well. Most of the people in this category, you know, that are you know, regulars in here are pretty chill people. I really like the fitness category, and I mean, there's a lot of new people too that I see, and you know, it's hard to really kind of keep up with everybody, but like, yeah, we do usually 2 streams a day. I do my morning cardio and I do my afternoon weightlifting session. So that happens at around 11:30 my time. So right now it's like about 5 a.m. So in like, you know, what is that? 6.5 hours? About 6.5 hours from now, we get our weightlifting. And today we have, what are we doing today? We got chest and triceps, I think. So it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good workout. Right now we're doing a 6x6 program with 30-second rest in between our sets. So it's a very high intensity workout. The weight is probably reduced, you know, like maybe around like, I think the call out is around like 60 to 70% of your 1 rep max for like your working weight. But I'm not really going by that. I'm just kind of going by how I feel and kind of just finding my own weight to work with and logging it, and then I'll make adjustments next week. So we're going to do this workout routine probably for maybe like 6 weeks and not really deviate from our lifting plan very much. We might do a few different things like, you know, but yeah, we're going to mostly just listen to our body and just get after it. I'm trying to kind of build some size, especially in the upper body. I really want to have like more mass up there. But yeah, so that's the plan, you guys, for this year, at least the beginning of the year. And then after, you know, 6 to 8 weeks or whatever, so at mid to end February, we'll kind of reevaluate, see where we're at, and then start moving forward towards summer. Maybe work on actually like reducing out calories at that point, bringing ourselves into maybe like a 500 calorie deficit, maybe even a little bit more. And yeah, so that's going to be the plan. That is going to be the plan.
2775 said, MMM.
Mm-hmm. Food. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Always, Hoofman. Food always sounds good.
Clayton Bamzade, get them gains.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look, here, I'll show you. I'm going to move my bike over real quick. We're going to find somebody to raid here in a minute, but I can show you how far I've actually come.
Marathon 85 said, okay, sounds good, thumbs up.
God damn it.
T.
I totally missed the T. There we go. T. There we go. See, that one, I mean, these pictures are all from like 2021, right? Most of the ones on the right are, so like, we're like way past that right there, right? Like I'm
Bookman
far beyond. Those were like my newbie gains, okay? Like that was when I initially lost all my weight, and now I think if I were to put myself up next to those pictures and like make a third, I would look like a completely different fucking person again, you know? But yeah.
Clayton Bamzade, tighten that ink up, good job.
My son, that's my youngest.
Bookman 2775 said, who's in the room with you, by the way? Great job.
Tightened that ink up. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, my whole life, man, I've been working out about probably 11 years altogether. This time is definitely the longest stretch. I'm going on, March will be 4 years. And prior to this, my other longest stretch was around maybe like 2.5 to 3. So before that, you know, a couple years here and there, right? Sporadic gym visits, you know, while having a gym membership and working, and
okay,
you know,
I have to go see why
that kind of stuff, man.
For cheat and tries.
All right, Marathon, have a good one. Peace out. Chest and tries. Yeah.
Chest.
Gotcha. So, I mean, I'm not new to lifting, right? I started lifting when I was probably like 15 years old.
75 said,
and then
yes, sir.
We had a gym membership at a Bally's Total Fitness, but I could only really go when my mom went to the gym because it was too far away, and like it wasn't practical for me to go by myself. I think, you know, and she never really went. So we never really went, right? But like the gym membership that my dad bought was a lifetime membership. And so when I turned 18, I was able to go to the local Bally's in my area, and I went in there and I gave them all my information, and I was able to get a gym membership for like $2 a month because of the gym membership that my dad had got. Like, I should still, like, if Bally's gyms existed around here, I could still actually go in. Like, I should still be able to go in. I don't know if now that I might be out of their fucking system. Who knows? But like, according to them, you know, it should have been one of those things where it was a lifetime deal attached to my social security number. And like, you know what I mean? And like, I remember it was a big hassle, right? They had to like look up my account and stuff, and they looked into the database, and they're like, but Bally's, I don't even think Bally's exists anymore, honestly. I think they're out of business. Yeah, there's none here. If there is, they aren't close to me. Not that I know of. No.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah. But I don't need a gym anyways. I have my stuff in the garage, so that's enough for me.
Haven't heard of them.
Yeah, they were. Let me see if they're still even around, dude. Bally's Total Fitness, dude. That's what they were called. Bally's Total Fitness, dude. They still have stuff. They're ceases operations 2016. Ah, okay, yeah. There we go. Yeah, so they are no longer around. 2016. That's about right too, because I think my last year with them was probably like 2012, right? That was probably the last time that I went, and then they started to close down. They started to close down facilities in our area. And mine, the one that I went to, was one of the ones that got closed down. So I had to switch my gym membership to another gym, and I think I started going to like 24-hour fitness or something, right? And it was like that was a long time ago, but yeah. Crazy. Yep. Bankrupt probably. They were kind of like the equivalent to like a Lifetime Lifetime Fitness. I don't know. They were a pretty large gym. Large one for sure. Let's see who's online on Twitch. All right. It's time. Improved IRL streaming. I don't really care.
Dux0R said, I've been lifting for maybe 5 years, but with a 1.5 year gap in the middle.
Yeah. So maybe 3 or 4 years. Yeah, that's pretty good. You know, I mean, that's like, it's so hard, you know.
3 to 4 years. Bookman 2775 said, thumbs up.
What do we got here? Let's go raid somebody new, huh? You guys want to see some yoga? I have no idea who this is.
Dux0R said, definitely harder when life and work get in the way.
But we'll find out, huh? Definitely harder when life and work get in the way. Absolutely, you guys.
Peace.
Hey, everybody, have a good one, dude. We're going to raid some yoga stream, see what's going on in here. I am out, guys. Everybody, have a good day. We'll be on. Wait, what the fuck is going on here? Hold on. Why can't I,
Bookman 2775 said, have a good one, Commando.
Yeah, maybe. The raid didn't actually trigger, did it? Like I see this, but I don't see the raid button. What's happening? Let me see something here. I gotta go.
It's starting sub.
Is it? Okay, good. It's just not showing through on my end. So we just have to wait it out. All right, guys. Everybody have a good one. We'll be on at 11:30 Pacific time for chest and triceps.
Clayton Bamzade. Oh, cool Discord.
Yeah.
Check ya later.
Alrighty, man. Have a good one.
2775 said, later, Commando.
Panel. Can we like? Did we trigger the raid yet?